Nathan Beats.
What's up, guys? It's your boy. I'm back with another video today. But this time it's more of a serious or awareness video right here. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into all that, I want to thank the Most Highly, Lord Jesus Christ. Y'all call him Jesus Christ. Yahweh, Israelite call him Yahweh thought, I think. Thank me for another day. Bless me for seeing another day. I want to thank y'all for the love that the page been getting. And also, I just appreciate y'all for being patient. I just had to take a couple of days off. It's been 9 days since I dropped the Mr. Perfect junk. And I just wanted to take a break, get my mind right, get my spirit right for this video right here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I love the wrestling business, but we're going to be some stuff we're going to get to. We're going to cry, we're going to laugh, we're going to get sad. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we at 780 subscribers. We're on the way to 800. Y'all know how we do. If it wasn't for him, would be no page, would be no me, would be no y'all. Right now, y'all, the world going through a critical time right now. Right now, they just banned TikTok, the crazy election on the way, new changes on the way, a lot of new stuff going on, new life going on, and decision time is starting to happen, y'all. With us, for us, like, we want to make a decision for us, who we choosing. The other dude or the one that bless us here to highly favor. You know what I'm saying? It's getting to a critical time. We have to get our mind right, our spiritual right, and we have to protect not only our families but each other too. If you down, if you down, and you trying to be in God's army, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look out for your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight those demons, get right with God. Cause I got to watching my boy Jeremiah the Messenger. You know what I'm saying? That boy was preaching that we all gonna be in the skies together. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the, like he said, the King Vons, the Lil Durks, the Rock, the Jay Usos. We all gotta get judged for this life that we live. You know what I'm saying? And like the great Mike Epps said, your body is a rented life. So you gotta do and make the best of the life you got, and try to get right with God every day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't fighting demons, I'm fighting demons too. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting corn, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the food corn. If you know, you know. And plenty of other stuff we all gotta fight, but we gotta get our mind right and be perfect in his eyes and get that Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got that Holy Spirit, or you get a bag of chips, if you know, you know. No, my bad, wrong hand. If you know, you know. Game over. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Today is a serious awareness episode right here. This episode is about the family, the Von Erichs. Where you had 6 boys, you know what I'm saying? And the family curse. And I call this the family curse because this family been cursed since the head of time, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into all that right now. And we all know, I think when I promoted the episode, my girlfriend reminded me that this is suicide awareness. You know, so some of the family members did die. Suicide awareness, and we all know suicide is a big crisis right now. You know, there's a lot of folks that go into mental issues. They need help right now. They feel like they can't go to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes okay to say you need help. I know how hard it is sometimes, cause shoot, I was in a financial struggle twice that I did, and it was hard for me to go through my mama. You know what I'm saying? But when you got the devil dancing in your head, whether it's pride, lusting, any of the 7 deadly sins, he gonna play with you and pray on your downfall. You know what I'm saying? Cause the devil know how hard he could take you. And I think it says in Jeremiah 5, God knew who he was in the womb. You know what I'm saying? So if he know who you was in the womb, so that the man in the fake light, the devil, he know who you is too. You know what I'm saying? So the way you gotta get your spirit right, fast, eat, pray. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was on my journey. I was fasting. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I was fast, but I stopped listening to rap music. I wasn't eating fast food like that, and there was some of the best energy in the world, and I've been trying to get that back since, because I want to get that back, and once I get that back, I want to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that energy. And I'm talking about the Lord energy, not the one in the light, not the fake one, not the one that's gonna promise you the world and tell you to peace out. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, for suicide is a tough thing to deal with. I remember like when I was little, when people would call me slow, dumb. I used to think about that too. You feel me? So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm glad I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying I'm perfect in this game, but sometimes you gotta pray. You gotta pray, repent, and get right with the Lord. Cause it's gonna be at a point where you gotta choose the Lord or Him. Ain't no more if and ain't no more I'm gonna get right this year. Them days is fastly becoming over with. The dollar collapsing, all that. But back to this. And plus, you know, the business, a lot of these celebrities ain't happy, you know what I'm saying? Well, you got some celebrities who committed suicide, from Kurt Cobain, Robin Williams, Lee Thompson Young, Chris Benoit, and Phyllis Hyman, and many more. You know what I'm saying? Because they was all depressed. And it just because you're successful and get money, you really ain't happy. Because at the end of the day, the only person that's happy is the devil. Because you signed your contract and you sold your soul. And sometimes you ain't gotta sign a contract. You can choose lusting, drugs. You can choose a lot of things for the devil to do what he do. And he gotta get it back in blood. Ask P. Diddy, ask R. Kelly. And many other celebrities, or many other people that chose to stay in the dark. Because at the end of the day, if you can't understand the dog, the devil gotta collect. So you gotta think about that. But the Von Erichs was, it was a generational curse in the family, from suicide to accidents. Then you got, like I said, you got devil and the God. I got two Bible verses right here. You got Proverbs 13:22. I hope somebody in the comments that's holy Christian, Israelite, whatever, can explain this verse to me. And of course, you got Exodus 25. You know what I'm saying? About generational curses and overcoming. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you had my boy Kevin Von Erich, who's the sole survivor. He was 6 kids, and he's the 5, and only 5 out of the 6 died. You know what I'm saying? In tragic style. You know, you got Jack, who was in a drowning accident. You got David, who had some with his bladder busted in New Japan, because they said he was bleeding out his mouth and stuff like that. Then of course you got Mike, Chris, Carrie, all committed suicide at age 23, 21, and 33. Kevin Von Erich is the sole survivor. Then you gotta remember, after Carrie died, the father had died. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to that though. And like I said, you know, Fitz and his wife Doris had 6 children between 1952 and 1969. All sons, except their firstborn, Jack, who died at 6, you know what I'm saying? But the other boys went on to become a professional wrestler. And then by the time 1997 came, the father had died in 1997 of cancer. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jack Jr. had electrocuted / drowning incident. Then of course, David died from inarterial, so I guess it's like a bladder, in 1984 in New Japan on his tour. Then like I just said, Mike, Chris, and Carrie had died in suicides in 1987, 1991, 1993. You know what I'm saying? Kevin was the last surviving son. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all rewatched the episode of The Dark Side of the Ring. I was rewatching it out, getting this episode together. I almost want to start crying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's tough as parents, you know what I'm saying, to overcome some generational curse. There's something that probably your daddy did, his ancestor did. It's something that's a repeated pattern that will all families go through this to this day right now. Whether it's relationship, you don't get along with your mama, your daddy, you're killing, stealing. Why? Because it's like once the devil got you, he got you. And if you ain't trying to break that cycle or break that chain or try to get right with God, it's gonna get over, because we all try to do it our way. We put our pride up. We try to do everything, and it just don't work like that. I learned that 2 years ago when I was almost in the hospital when I was dead. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get my life together and try to get on this spiritual journey and get it right. And I ain't got it right all the way yet, but I'm getting there. Because I gotta have the prepared, and I gotta have the armor of God to get these enduring times. Because it's gonna get real, and I'm about to turn the heat up. And I ain't talking about no Eddie Guerrero. So, with that being said, there was a little background on the family. Let's get to the father. So, my main man, Fitz Von Erich. Fitz Von Erich was born Jack Barton Atkinson on August 16, 1929, in Jewett, Texas. He was originally trained by Stu Hart. Fitz became a top star in the many National Wrestling Association NWA promotions, most notably in St. Louis and World Class Championship Wrestling. He held the AWA World Heavyweight Championship at one time in the 1960s. Despite never winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, he maintained his presence within the NWA, holding many other major belts. Fitz also served shortly to NWA president in the 1970s, as well as president of WCCW when he moved to Texas. Fitz was also known as the major part of Japanese wrestling, where he was known as Tensu Tatsumi. The Iron Claw that he had the Iron Claw that helped rebuild the business after the death of I don't know dude's name. But he married his wife Doris, and they had 6 sons before divorcing on July 22nd, because they was having marital problems after I think it was after David died, and then Carrie died, and they got divorced the year before Carrie died. And from what they were saying was she was blaming Jack before the boy's behavior, because I guess Jack was kind of hard on him, being kind of stern and strict as a father, and they were trying to do anything to impress their father. Hey, watch Dark Side of the Ring. I'm not making this up. Hell no. But Kevin said he was a good father, so you know what I'm saying? Then, of course, on September 10th, 1997, Fitz died of lung cancer that spread to his brain. But Fitz had strictly a nice little career where he had great matches with Ric Flair, the Iron Sheik, the Great Kabuki, King Kong Bundy. And he fought against Michael Hayes, Alex Bursher, and Reese Parks. But he wasn't liked by many wrestlers, it seemed like, in the wrestling business. They say he seemed like an asshole. And they think he ran his boys to the ground, according to Bam Bam Bigelow. And he had a difficult relationship when he was trying to bring that fake Von Erich after David died, Lance Von Erich. And Ted DiBiase said he didn't even want to work with him. The wrestler said that he's the reason for the family tragedy. Just going by what they said. I didn't say it. That wasn't me. And of course, second generation, we got Jack Jr. Fitz Von Erich's first son was born Jack Von Atkinson Jr. on September 21st. He died at the age of 6 because he was older. But actually, he was the older one, and then Kevin was the younger one. Because y'all remember in the scene, I think Kevin said he went outside looking for his brother, and I think he was face down in the ground. He died at the age of 6 in Niagara Falls in New York City, March 7th, 1959, after he stepped on a trailer tongue and was electrically shocked, then fell into a melting snow puddle face down in the drain. This one Kevin had found him on the ground. He was looking for his big brother. And I'm pretty sure that was devastating, you know what I'm saying, for parents to go through that. And they went to Texas, you know what I'm saying. It's hard to for a parent to lose a child. It's hard for a parent to lose a child, period. But then to lose a child at a young age, man, it's scary, fool. You know what I'm saying? Especially at 6, you know what I mean? He ain't even get a chance to enjoy his life, you feel me? Then, of course, the second oldest, my main man, the surviving family member, Kevin Von Erich. Okay. Born Kevin Rose Atkinson on May 15, 1957 in Belleville, Illinois. The Golden Warrior, Kevin Von Erich, was the second oldest and the last surviving son of Fitz Von Erich. You know, this one, for Kevin said, I think this was after Carrie died, Fitz had put a gun on Kevin. And Fitz was so hurt by the family tragedies over the years, he had asked him, "Is you gonna commit suicide? You scared, ain't you? Go ahead, do it." Damn, Dad, I wanna show you my love and appreciation, bro. I don't wanna put my family through no more pain, bro. Damn. So, the majority of Kevin's career was spent working in world-class championship wrestling, where he feuded against wrestlers such as Chris Adams, the Fabulous Freebirds, Ric Flair, It was there Kevin became known for utilizing the trademark maneuvers like the body scissors. They said Kevin was very athletic in the Iron Claw, and plus he had a unique stature. He wrestled barefooted with no shoes. Kevin had been married since August 1st, 1980 to Pamela J. Pamela J. May. Together they had 4 children, including 2 daughters, Kristen Rain, Jillian Lindsay, and well as 2 sons, Dave Marshall Ross and Kevin Marshall. So we got Kevin's career, where he had matches against Abdul the Butcher, Jim Nelson, Terry Gordy, and Ric Flair, Harley Race, Ted DiBiase in the one-man gang, Buzz Sawyer, and Kamala. Then of course, you got the most talented one that that everybody said. They said Kerry Von Erich was the star, but David was the man when he put in their work and their technical skill. Here it is right here. Okay. David Von Erich, the Yellow Rose of Texas. David Von Erich was the 3rd son of Fritz Von Erich. He was born David Allen Atkinson on July 22nd, 1958 in Dallas, Texas. David worked in the World Class Championship Wrestling promotion. It was there he faced off with Harley Race and later Ric Flair several times for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Never winning. As well, he teamed with his brothers Kevin and Kerry against the Fabulous Freebirds. David also wrestled in Missouri, winning the Missouri World Heavyweight Championship on a couple occasions. From the late 1981 to mid-1982, David wrestled in the Florida territory to show that he could work as a heel. This run was successful, with David enjoying the brief reigns as both single and tag team champions. David was married on June 26, 1978 to Candy L. McLeod. Together they had a daughter named Natasha Zonetta, born on October 19, 1978. The baby died in infancy, and David marriage soon ended in divorce July 12, 1979. He married again on June 8, 1982 to Patricia Bader. They remained together until David's death. David died on February 10, 1984 in Tokyo, Japan. The U.S. Embassy death report says he died in the actual entirety. Ric Flair wrote in his autobiography, "Everyone in wrestling believes that it was a drug overdose that really killed him, and that Brutal Brody, a fellow wrestler who found David disposed of the narcotics by flushing them down the toilet before the police arrived." Mick Foley also claims that David died from an apparent drug overdose. The tribute show was held a couple of months later, during his younger brother Kerry Von Erich won the NWA title from Ric Flair. So they used to, according to Bam Bam Bigelow and everybody else, they said them Von Erich boys be turned up. Cause I remember, you got the Christian family, the American Dream family. The girls love the heartthrobs with the pretty hair, whether you blonde, brown, or brunette. So they were like teen heartthrobs in wrestling back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He died like that at a young age, and it's like a curse. First, your oldest brothers died in 1959. Then your baby brother died, which is Dave, because Kevin was the oldest at that point. He died, and then here we go. And so David had match, and like I said, people said that he was the best wrestler in the family, and they said he was a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? So he had match against Terry Gordy, Ric Flair, Kamala, the Spoiler, the Great Kabuki, Butch Reed, Harley Race, Jimmy Garvin, and Gino Hernandez, another person who got killed in the streets with Unsolved Mysteries, whatever, and Dory Funk Jr. You know what I'm saying? It just show you, man, you got that money and fame and all that, man. You can sometimes lose focus on what's important because you're so busy, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, in this celebrity game, work game, we all be so busy trying to get to our goals and stuff like that and this like that, we all forget about God, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord Jesus Christ, the Father who made this world, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can't even you can't get too caught up in the word, because if it wasn't for him, it won't be, like I just said it, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no us, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And hell, if somebody didn't eat the apple, we all won't be going through the generation of curses. But we gotta all go through this stuff and endure through the end, because our sins we committed from our ancestors, from the 80s to this, it all lead up to this right here, what we're going through right now. You feel me? So let's get it cracking. Dave and Mike, so cause they didn't rap it like this. Make sure I got my research, y'all. You feel me? And alright, let's get to Carrie. Alright. So, Carrie Von Erich was the fourth son of the first Von Erich. He was born Carrie Jean Atkinson on February 3rd, 1960 in Niagara Falls, in New York, known as the modern-day warrior, the Texas Tornado. Carrie was by far the best known of the Bay Area. Like I said, if you remember the Dark Side of the Ring, he was the superstar of the family. You know what I'm saying? He had that appeal, that look, young, built guy, athletic. You know, clean cut, big paws. I want to think I'm gay, because I'm not. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And shit, girls love him. They love his brothers too. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, much like his brothers, Carrie spent the majority of his career wrestling in world-class championship wrestling. Among many major feuds he had were those against Gino Hernandez, Iceman Parsons, Chris Adams, the Fabulous Freebirds. Carrie became the most successful of the Von Erichs, where he won the NWA World Heavyweight title. This after his brother David had died at the tribute show. He had won the NWA World Heavyweight title from Ric Flair at the David Von Erich Memorial Parade Championship. You gotta remember, when David died, it was funerals, folks taking it hard, crying. Like, for folks back then in Texas invested in them boys like that. So losing David was like a big like a memorial, like they lost a son. Like the David funeral was so packed, people was outside watching the funeral on TV, on the screen. So you gotta think about that. So at a tribute show to his deceased older brother, Carrie had lost the belt 3 weeks later to Flair. Carrie also wrestled several months under the ring name Texas Tornado in both World Wrestling Federation, where he won the Intercontinental Championship on August 27, 1990, and Global Wrestling Federation. So that was my boy, Food was messed up, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't perform his best. And then Vince had took his name away, like, what can we call him? I mean, Texas Tornado. Hell no, that ain't it. You could just call him man Carrie Von Erich, and he'd be cool. Cause my boy was looking for a fresh start, you know, do it big in his career, and you took his name away. Can't nobody be a World Heavyweight Champion with Texas Tornado, not in 2024. Hell no, that ain't it. So, Carrie was married in June 18, 1983 to Catherine Kathy Murray. They together had 2 daughters, Holly Brooke, born on September 19, 1984, Lacey Dunn, born on July 17, 1986. Lacey, this Carrie though, okay. Lacey wrestled several years, most notably with TNA, known as Lacey Von Erich, before leaving the wrestling business in 2010. That's when she was in damn the damn team, right? Angelina Jolie and Velvet Sky. I know she joined them for a minute. But Carrie and Catherine had later separated before divorcing on April 22nd, 1992. But before then, on June 24th, 1986, Carrie was involved in a motorcycle accident that resulted in the amputation of his right foot. He continued wrestling after the accident with a prosthetic and kept the amputation a secret from a majority of the fans and fellow wrestlers, because he was depressed. That's embarrassing, you know what I'm saying? You must be up here, and you don't want people to see you down, vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? And That's why I said the mind games. If you get to the part right here, the mind games, them doubts, the devil in your head, and they lead you to other things and stuff like that. And he was depressed, he was ashamed, he was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just hard as a man. When you going through anything, you gonna have that pride. That pride gonna get in the way. You don't want to tell nobody nothing. Cause you don't want to look down upon, judge upon, or be called a loser. Especially by no woman. You know what I'm saying? I know I done had my manhood tested plenty of times by a woman. I ain't saying him, but if you a man out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to express their pain. Cause look how we did Tyrese. We was laughing at, oh, for me. Oh, what you want more? You want from me? All that. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard for us to come out and admit that. You smell me? So he became addicted to painkillers. See what I'm saying? And he developed several drug problems. Was arrested multiple times. So I think Kerry had died the day it was before he got arrested. Cause y'all remember in the scene on Dark Side of the Ring, I think this was after Chris died. Kerry drove up there to the family house, hug his dad. I love you, Dad. I hope I made you proud. One love, dog. Kevin rushing to the house. Hey, Dad, what Kerry at? What Kerry at? Oh man, Kerry's in the field. So they said Kerry drove down the thing, pulled up, shot himself in the heart. And then Kevin said he was laying down there with a peaceful look on his face, cause he felt like that was the answer. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. It ain't me trying to sound sensitive, cause I thought about hanging myself before and shit like this when I was little. Cause I thought I was dumb, slow. I wasn't good enough. I thought people didn't love me. It was just the devil playing my own mind games and stuff like that. I do got people that love me. It just took me to realize when I got older. You know what I'm saying? Because I just thought I wanted to be cool, be the man, and you know what I'm saying? You try to, y'all know what I'm talking about out there. So, right here, see, right here. So, Kerry had died after shooting a .44 caliber bullet through his heart on February 18, 1993, on his father's ranch in Denton County in Texas. There is a mark of angel placed by his father, Verts, on the spot where Kerry shot himself. Brett stated in the autobiography, Hitman, My Real Life and Cartoon World of Wrestling, that Kerry told him months before about his plans that he wanted to follow his late brothers and that they were calling him. His marriage had been falling apart and he thought his death was inevitable. So I think before Kerry's death, I think him and his wife was having marital problems. I think he had to go to court or something, and he was trying to get her back, and she was like, "Nah, I can't do this no more." And that's when that was the last hope. And for his brothers and stuff like that, I feel like, to be honest with y'all, that was just demons talking. Cause I think it's a verse that says, "Know if not the dead doing," you know what I'm saying? Something like that I've been hearing for the past couple of days. Don't know what the dead doing, you know what I'm saying? And I know there's people out there that talk to the dead and all that. Hell no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So, it was them demons eating up in his life, eating him up. He lost his family. His WWE career wasn't going well. So the devil just prayed on his downfall, and the devil got what he wanted. He got his soul. Because y'all know, suicide is a sin. Y'all want to know who started the sin? My man Judas, the one that betrayed Jesus for silver and gold. And like the Kurt Franklin song. He traded him for silver and gold. He felt bad. And then I think he hung himself, you hear me? So that would introduce the sin of suicide from back in the day, from the modern time, AC, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we going through this. It's like life be repeating itself. It's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? And we probably was somebody before. I don't know. You feel me? So you got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in talking to the dead and all that. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you feel, if you want to open the floodgates to hell, go right ahead. Because I done it before with porn. Yeah, I said it. Corn, my bad. We'll bleep that out, whatever. But I opened it up with that by doing that a lot. And I had sleep paralysis, demons shaking my body, going crazy. I had it. You know what I'm saying? And that's some scary shit to have. You know what I'm saying? Niggas whispering your ear to me, you going with me, all that. Cause I was playing. I'm out here offing myself, playing, busting my seed. You know what I'm saying? And there's many ways you can welcome the demons in your life. A lot of folks just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying now let's get this clear. Like I always say on my other videos, I ain't saying I'm the most perfect dude, but I'm trying to get right with the holy one, not the one that's disguising the light, not the one that's giving me the false promises, the fake promises. I'm gonna do better, not that dude. I don't want that. Hell no, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Just being real. Suicide, that ain't it. Turn to somebody, talk to a family, talk to a loved one. If y'all need help out there, you know what I'm saying? Hell, that's why I do live videos on my channel. Say what's going on, see what, you know what I'm saying? Just see what's going on in the streets, man, because we all need each other. We all done did something in life, but there's always a chance to redeem ourselves. But a lot of us don't take that chance and don't put our faith in God to redeem ourselves. And that's why you come to go through the same shit, because you ain't putting your hands in Him. You see what I'm saying? And you letting the devil preach on your shoulders. Whether it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, hell, you might get punished with a disease because you thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. I'm untouchable. That don't work like that. God don't work like that. Even if you repent, it don't work like that. You got to get punished, you got to get spanked. But it comes twice as hard when you think you're untouchable, you got money, you got all this, all the girls and all this. It come back 10 times for worse. Especially if you don't repent. Because then now you playing with them. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta get spanked. I don't give a damn what you do. It can be Cohen, man, R. Kelly stuff, or whatever, man. So I'm you gotta let them sins and let them demons all break them chains, bro. If you wanna get better as a person. And confess to the Holy Father your problems, you know what I'm saying? Damn what the world think. You trying to be in a relationship with Him. Because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to be no friend of the world. I'm trying to be in my Father's own. Not my dad, I love him, my biological father, but I'm talking about my holy Father. Because at the end of the day, that's the life insurance card, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to get through Jesus to get to the Father. And if you ain't got that lifetime card with Jesus, peace out, depart from me, I never knew you. You feel what I'm saying? I never knew you. And don't nobody, I don't want to feel that like a fire. Hell no. I don't want to feel like I'm like the joint pizza that ain't gonna stop burning forever. I don't want to feel that. Hell no, that ain't it. Get your life right, man. Well, the world is in it. My niggas like, man, you free among all this shit. Man, look, man, I just say shit for what it is. This shit real life, bruh. It's gonna be a day, like I always say in the past couple, it's gonna be a day. Ain't no yeets, ain't no if you smell, ain't no Stone Cold said so, ain't no acknowledge me, ain't no we the one. It's gonna be a day, all this gonna stop. And if you ain't got your spirit right or your physical attributes right, you ain't gonna make it. Like these folks ain't playing out here, the devil ain't playing out here. The main devil spirit who finna enter through, whoever's finna enter through, he ain't playing out here. Okay, I'm trying to get right. Shoot, I won't be nervous and scared because I want to be with my Father. Yeah, I might not be a chosen one. I just hope I get the call. My bad. But R.I.P. to Carrie. So, then we got my boy Mike. Mike Von Erich was the fifth son of first Von Erich. He was born Michael Brett Agneson on March 2nd, 1964 in Dallas, Texas, was later known as the Inspirational Warrior. This one, they was desperate for a replacement after David died. Mike was replaced in David feud the Von Erichs with the fabulous Reverbs following David's death. According to Heroes of World Class, Mike wanted to work for World Class as a cameraman. He didn't want to become no wrestler. I'm pretty sure his daddy made him become one. He had no interest of being in the ring full time. His only previous appearance on screen was being involved in an angle where Ric Flair insulted him and wrestled him as a run-up to what was planned as David winning the NWA Worldwide Championship. But fierce, see, daddy pressured him. His daddy pressured Mike into the wrestling business after David's death. Kevin once stated that Mike suffered the pressure of having to be David as a success and succeeded on the same level as his older brother. See what I'm saying? That man didn't even want to wrestle, bruh. God damn, like sometimes parents gotta accept this shit for what it is, bruh. I'm sorry. Some folks don't got the same passion and dreams that you got, bruh. Oh, my man's wanted to work for you, but he ain't want to become no wrestler. Damn. He wanted to shine and do his own thing, but you pressure him to wrestle. Like, come on, man. He can't be athletic as Kerry and Kevin. Those are the stars, and David. Those are the stars of the family. And you just, hey, man, you gonna wrestle. And you know, back then, back in the South, you know what I'm saying, what Daddy said was low. You know, kids didn't have no voice like that. Y'all saw the Jackson 5 movie. You try to have a voice, you know what I'm saying, you getting your ass beat, or you getting kicked out the house. You know what I'm saying? Folks be trying to pressure their kids' dream. Hell, look at LeBron and his son. I'm pretty sure LeBron didn't want to go to the NBA like that. But look at him. The man played 3 minutes. Now peace out here in the G League. Man, let that nigga develop, bruh. Damn. So, Mike was married on February 14th to Shani Donette Garza. He was divorced a year later. His shoulder injury, he injured his shoulder on tour of Israel and had surgery, leading to a toxic shock syndrome, as there was an infection missed by the surgeon. He suffered from some brain damage as a result of his tag match, defeating the Bromans in the via disqualification. In July 17th, Ross, along with his brothers Marshall and result of his here we go. My bad. Yeah. A result of his illness and lost a great deal of weight. In 1986, he suffered head injuries from a car accident in which his vehicle got overturned after he lost control. Mike tried returning to the ring after the partial recovery. Yeah, because this when the family had prayed, and I think he was at the hospital. They prayed, the devil said, the pastor threw the Bible down, slam dunk, and he came back, but he rushed back into the ring, you know what I'm saying? So Mike tried returning to wrestling after a partial recovery. He continued to compete despite a lack of mental coordination and strength. Because his dad will probably rush his ass back to the ring. Come on, man, let my brother recover. Let him get right. Damn. That's why a lot of us don't want to become wrestlers, because y'all gotta understand the wrestling business is a crow business. Like, do you know if you get hurt in the ring, you gotta continue the match? God damn, I'm hurt. Well, that's any professional, be honest with you. Like it's some Russell Crowe gladiator Rome Empire type shit. So, that's how it was back in the Roman days, back in the Bible. They had entertainment to the death. But he continued, like I said. But after an arrest for DUI and marijuana, Mike took a fatal dose of tranquilizers and alcohol around April 12, 1987 in Denton County, Texas. He was missing for 4 or 5 days with the date of the death being set that Sunday of after bailing out. Cause they said he was feeling depressed and sad that he went to jail. So you gotta ask yourself, what did this family do or ancestors do for them to get this generational curse? I don't even know. But it's the same pattern. Freak accidents, a son dying at a young age. A son dying at a young age. And you gotta think about that. So, there you go. Boy took his life of pills. I mean, you got folks doing it right. You got some rappers like Mac Miller. He took pills. Well, he got laced though. Rich Homie Quan, he just died of laced pills. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But with that being said, before I finish up with I forgot though. Kerry did have a great career. I'm gonna get to the last one in a minute. Kerry did have a great career. Like I said, he died of suicide, lost a foot, and yeah, he was having wars with his demons, especially doing drugs. But Kerry Von Erich did face Jerry King Lawler, Mr. Perfect, Undertaker, Rick Rude, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Michael Hayes, Sid Vicious, Kamala, Gino Hernandez, The Warlord, and Bam Bam Bigelow. I've got to put that part in there for Kerry. So I had to fast forward back for a minute. And then we off to the last one, the baby boy. The youngest one of the group, who actually wanted to be like his brothers, who actually tried to wrestle. It's just he couldn't get the physique, and he was uncoordinated in the ring. But born Chris Agneson, September 30th, 1969, in Dallas, Texas. Chris Von Erich was the youngest of the Von Erich family, with his short stature being 5'5", and plus he had asthma and extremely brittle bones, which was prone to breaking. Chris was never able to achieve the success that his father and his brothers achieved, but he really tried. He made many attempts to succeed in the square circle because of the incredible love of wrestling which kept him going despite numerous injuries. He managed one major feud with Percy Pringle in the USWA World Class, but his career did not take off like the rest of the family. On occasion, him and brother Kerry and Kevin, as well as Chris Adams, wrestled tag matches against Percy Pringle and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But Chris only wrestled Pringle, while the much more athletic Adams and Kerry or Kevin wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin. After several years of not being able to succeed in the wrestling business, Chris became depressed and frustrated. He was also heartbroken over the loss of his brother Mike and experienced a drug addiction. See what I'm saying? The devil in your head, right here. Right here, man. It's like the devil don't give a damn who you is. If you expose some weakness, or you ain't trying to get strong, and you ain't trying to get closer to God, he gonna keep you right where he brought you. Hey, come right here, man. It's okay to kill yourself, bro. He tempted Jesus. It's okay to kill yourself, bro. God will forgive you. Come on now. Devil cold, man. For real. So he experienced drug addiction. So on September 12th, 1991, at the age 21, Chris shot himself in the head. His brother Kevin and mother attempted to disarray him from being suicide tendencies that same day. And an apparent suicide note had been found at the scene. Toxicology reports that revealed cocaine and venom was in Chris' system at the time of his death. So you gotta think about it. This family, high precious family, went from championship royalty to championship tragedy within years of the 80s. Just like that. It just show you, like, if you ain't got him, you ain't gonna succeed. Like, I don't give a damn how much money, how many girls you got, how many cars you got. You really ain't truly happy if you ain't put in the work to be happy within yourself. Cause money ain't gonna make you happy, clothes ain't gonna make you happy. It's all about the spirit of making you happy. And it ain't gonna be easy all the time. And that's why I'm folks like, man, y'all like being righteous is easy. It's not. But I'd rather be on the right side than the wrong side. Cause I don't want to feel like I'm turning my back on God like some folks do. If a pastor disappoint them, man, you see, that pastor did that God's fault. That ain't God's fault. He probably wasn't ever God's child in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, remember when I joined my uncle church, my father like, yo, whatever you do, don't put your faith in no pastor. And then what a lot of folks do, they put faith in the pastor more than they put their faith in the word. They analyze their pastor, or their preacher, or their deacon, their sister, more than the Holy Father. And that's why a lot of folks be disappointed. And you gotta remember, Chris had broke his arm, and it led to the depression. Too. He had broke his arm working out. And I think he was sitting up there on the hill. Kevin came up there. Hey, Chris, what you doing, man? You all right? You good? You know, he was talking to Chris like, you know, he was 5 years old. Promise you ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Kevin left for a minute. Went back to the daddy office. His daddy talked to him. He asked his dad, he said, yo, Pops, have Chris ever thought about committing suicide? He said, he might need to get back up there. And by the time he got up there, Chris was gone at the age of 21. their relationship was crazy. And sometimes, like I said, right here, I got the screenshots where you got the intro they were showing coming up in the world, the tragics and stuff like that. And of course, like I said, they went from rational royalty to tragic. And then they showed the surviving one, which was Kevin. And of course, he was the oldest at that point. Then you got the family photo. They told their daddy. His dad grew how he developed the Iron Claw because he came with like a racist character or something like that. Then of course you had the Von Erich comic book. Like I said, they was wrestling royalty in Texas. And of course, Kerry Von Erich was the superstar. Then of course, like they said, David Von Erich was the best performer. Then you got the American Family Dream. They was loved by many fans. You know, like this old lady in the pic right here. And of course, David Von Erich had passed in New Japan. Cause they said David was coughing up blood before he left. You know what I'm saying? He coughing up blood days before he left. But his daddy insisted, just go over there, you'll be alright. God damn, bro, pass this to your child. Sometimes you gotta put that greed and all that up, bro. That money, bro. I want my child to live, bro. Shit. Bet. Damn. And of course, Kevin said he was never the same after Eric died. And of course, they had explained Jack Jr. Fitz was never the same after Jack Jr. Then of course, the parents was devastated. Then of course, they had David's funeral. You know what I'm saying? Then they got when David had passed from the disease. And I just mentioned David was throwing up blood 2 days before he passed and went on a trip to Japan. And his daddy still made him go. Then of course you got the Kerry Von Erich Ric Flair, the championship match in 1984. You had the famous face-to-face moment between the champion and the challenger. Then of course you got the famous 3 count. And of course they showed Kevin, kicking it with his sons and stuff like that. And they said Mike Von Erich just couldn't make it as a wrestler. Then of course he dislocated his shoulder a year into the business. Then of course he was hospitalized with a staph infection. God pulled him through with that. But Mike had doubt. Mike was dealing with a lot of pressure in the business. I wonder from who, because it wasn't from his brothers. Damn. Then Mike died due to suicide after going to jail because he was depressed and sad. Then Chris got in the business. The family, then folks were starting to question the family faith because it's like, if you such a Christian family or a holy family, why everybody die in tragedy and commit suicide? Then of course, you got the tragedy happened when Chris broke his arm. Then of course, the devil took over Chris' mind as Kevin. Yeah, the devil was taking over Chris' mind as Kevin went to go check on his brother. Like I said, Kevin went back to his parents' house. His daddy told him, you might need to get back up there. But then by the time he got up there, Chris was already laying on the ground with the gun in his hand. Then of course, shortly after that, Kerry had signed with the WWF. Kerry had got his foot cut off from the accident years prior to that. His WWE run was straight trash. Even though he won the Intercontinental Championship, he wasn't getting into the success that he had back home before the foot injury. And he started dealing with drugs. The devil again in your head. He drove to his father's ranch. Kerry went up to his father. I love you, Dad. I love you. I hope you proud of me. Everybody want that daddy love, bro. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I just blessed I got my father love. He might not have been a perfect father, but he always been in my life. He been in my life, really been in my life since I've been grown, but he always been there when we need him. So it's always good to have that daddy love, bro. Real talk. Then, that was when, that was the final time Fitz seen his son. Because Fitz already knew what was going to happen. I think he was immune to pain at that point. I think after Jack Jr. died, and you got to remember with David too, and somebody had called first, he was like, which one is it? That's some tough skin to be numb to, dog. We used to your children dying, man, that's tough. And that was the final time Fitz seen Carrie. Then his demon, his life and his demons got the best of him. Carrie shot himself in the heart. The devil won again. Then of course, like I said, their parents got divorced. The mother was blaming the father for their son's death. And at the final scene, one of the final scenes, Fitz had pointed the gun at Kevin. Now, this shit sad when you think about it. It's like, it's just sometimes, I don't give a damn how much money, drugs, I don't care. You really ain't gonna never be happy. Shit, what is really happiness if you ain't trying to really dig deep and see who you really are as a person. So you gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, man, I want to say I love y'all. I did this episode from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Nathan Beats.